Hey you guys, and how's everybody today? Welcome back to Breathe Your Words. Thank you for tuning in, watching. Hope you enjoy the topic I'm going to be talking about today. It is about parents and our children and how we handle our children. Um, One thing that has been very heavy on me is how here in Israel there is no difference between parent life and adult life, yeah, because being a parent is different from being an adult. You're always an adult, we're always adults, but there are things that we're going to do with other adults that we shouldn't do around our children, right? Okay, so sorry, nose be itching. Anyway, I have throughout my stay here in Israel, I've met many people, and majority of the people that I know, that I've met, that I've been around, that I've enjoyed friendships with, everything like that, it's like there's no separation between adult life and parent life, meaning that being a parent, you think more responsibly as a parent when your children are around. When your children are around, you act very different than when it's just you as an adult around other adults relaxing, you know. So that's something that I realized is not here mentally for most parents here in Israel. And I mean, it's like that in other places too. It's like that in, shoot, even in Texas, it's like that at times. There are many people who feel like it doesn't matter. The world is going to show them anyway, so why not me? And it's like the problem with that is that it does matter what you show your children. It does matter what they see from you. So if they feel like that, if they see you watching half naked videos all day, let's say you have all girls and your girls, and your mom and a dad and, two parents right there sitting there watching these naked dance videos. Say you're watching all the Megan Thee Stallion videos, right? Or all the Cardi B videos. In these videos, they're half naked. They look how they dress, that. But you're watching it in front of your daughters. So eventually, what are your daughters going to think? Your daughters are going to say, oh, well, I mean, I can dress like that too. And when they go out and actually start dressing like that, the two parents get offended. Why are you offended? That's what they see on the regular because you allow that music to play, not just the music itself. It's different when you just playing the music and all they're hearing is the words. But that has an effect too. But we'll talk about that in another video. This video is about the effect, the visual effect on the mind, meaning the effect of what you see can affect you mentally and spiritually. It can affect you, you know. So yeah. Oh, I got my turban on because it's not a turban. It's just a head wrap. I don't know. I got my head wrap on because my hair ain't cute. Anyway, so I just had that random thought. I know sometimes I have random thoughts, so bear with me, you guys. It happens. It happens. Anyway, back to the point, which is, as a parent, you can't get angry at your daughter for putting on clothes that are half naked, meaning, you can't get mad if she says, oh, I want to wear my swimsuit to the mall. Why are you mad? Cardi B does it. Why are you mad? Megan Thee Stallion does it. You like watching them, mom. You like watching them, dad. So what's the problem? And you watching with me. So what's the problem? Like, that's what any kid is going to think. They're going to do what they see and not what you say. A lot of us as parents, we have that issue with not realizing that our actions speak louder than our words, always. Our actions are going to always speak louder than our words. So, meaning what I do to my kids, that's what affects them more than what I say to them. Because I can say, you guys, stop yelling at each other, stop fussing and fighting with each other. But guess what? If I'm always fussing and fighting at them or with them, then that's what they're going to do with each other. Yes or no? Yes. So, it's the same thing when it comes to what we watch and what we do around our kids. For me as a mom, in my adult life, it's definitely separate from my parent life. When I'm around other adults, they actually get to see the regular charity, the charity that I was before I had kids, the charity that was just charity, just with her man, chilling, I get to have a drink. I can eat freely without having to worry about my tiny ones coming up to me and trying to take everything off my plate. I can watch what I want to watch because there are no little people. But when there are little people present, I do not sit down and watch what I want to watch. I watch what they like to watch because they're my children. I do not want them watching violence. I don't want them watching horrific things. I don't want them watching a lot of movies with cursing, over the top cursing in it, and things like that. Women being overly disrespected and things like that. I don't want them watching that because they're too young for it. I can talk with them about it, yes. And do we have those conversations? Yes, we do. But I also watch my behavior as a mom and a woman because I am a mother of four daughters. So I'm constantly watching my own behavior when it comes to my daughters, and that's the thing about having four girls is I'm quadrupled responsible for being a better woman. Like I have to practice being a better woman. I have to practice how I speak to their father. I have to practice how I speak to my friends. I have to practice how I say something. If I'm not able to do it, then say why I'm not able to do it. Apologize when I'm wrong. Ask for forgiveness when I'm wrong. Forgive others when they wrong me, because these are things that I want them all to carry with inside of them. So if I exemplify those things, then they'll exemplify those things. You understand? So as parents, that's our responsibility as parents. That's how I feel about it, is that that's our responsibility as parents to watch our lives. We have a parent life, which is parenthood, and we have an adult life, which is still adulthood. But at the same time, we're both of those things because we are adults. We are still in adulthood, but we have chapters in our life. And you have chapters where your children are little and they only need that, they need you to be in parent mode when you're with them, So, and then when they're tiny toddlers, it's going to be, yeah, that's the toddler life. And then when they're in elementary school, it's going to be still, you got to, G movies, PG movies, and that's it. Rated G, PG, and maybe PG-13. Maybe, okay? And then when they get to teenagers, then it's like, okay, you got to step back, allow them to become who they are, to be the person they are, and to, have the life they look forward to. That was my tiny one, a 3-year-old. Anyway, and to have the life that, they're going to grow into. But you still have to guide them. And that's where most of us as parents, I feel like as a mom, that's where I would mess up. If, open the door and stop playing like that, please. Sorry, you guys. Yes. Hey, Lynn. I love you too. Okay. I don't know where she went. Anyway, so it is what was I talking about? Okay, that's what I was talking about. Okay, so when my daughters become to the point where they're teenagers, I don't have a teenager yet, but I do have a preteen, meaning she's about to be 12 years old. So even when she gets to that stage, it's still my job as her mother to guide her to where she needs to be, which way, in the direction she should go, but it's just guidance, meaning that I'm still going to allow her to make the mistakes that she has to make to learn. But many mistakes can be avoided, meaning many things don't have to happen to your children. Sometimes as parents, we make the wrong choice when it comes to when to step in and when to step back. And that's the issue with most of us as parents, period. I make those mistakes all the time, but I'm doing much better now. I'm learning, okay, look, right now they need to figure that out. And then if they need my help, then they'll come get me. But if they don't, like my daughters they know how to figure out problems together. They know how to solve issues with each other, and they know how to solve issues with a friend. They know how to communicate well because I've taught them how to communicate intellectually. And that's because I want that for them. They're young, Black, African American girls in the world, period. And in this country, in Israel, you don't want to be one acting like you don't know or you don't understand, because Israel is very hardcore. I don't say that in a bad way. I say that in a good way. It makes you be strong. Israel is a country that makes you be strong. If you're not a strong person, after 2 years of living here, after a year, you'll be intensely strong. You'll be like, whatever, I can take anything. Say what you want. Just say what you want. That's how you'll be after a year of being in Israel. So it's like, yeah, it has that much weight that it can be on you, because here in Israel, it's like you have to work hard to get everything. It's not, It's not as easy as people make it seem. When you're African American, it's not easy. Even when you're Ethiopian, it's not easy. When you're, even Brazilian, if you're from any country besides Israel and you move to Israel, it's not easy. The finances are more difficult. It's many things. So anyway, like I was saying, as a parent, we have a responsibility to separate parenthood from adulthood, and we have to do that because you're not going to sit down and just give your 5 year old a beer. So why sit there in front of your 5 year old and drink a beer knowing they're going to say, Daddy, can I have a beer? Or Mommy, can I have a sip of your beer? Why? I don't even tip myself like that. Do I have alcohol in my house? Yes, I have wine bottles up there in the cabinet. But am I going to take it out and drink it in front of my kids? No, my adulthood comes back when my kids go to bed. So when they go to bed, when they're sleeping, they're not no more bothering me, then I can have a glass of wine and be okay. But when they're awake, now I'm not going to pull that out when they're awake. Unless we're at a Thanksgiving dinner and then all the adults are having wine, fine, whatever. All the adults want wine. That's fine. It's not the end of the world. But to be doing it on a regular, no, that's the issue. So, you know, it's it's not a bad thing for the parents that do that. That's what y'all do. All I'm suggesting is to think about what you look like in front of your kids. Not when it comes to wine, because wine is actually good for the heart, but when it comes to any type of alcohol like vodka, beer, anything that's strong and yes, we're adults and we're always going to be that, but it's not going to kill you to wait till your kids go to bed. It's not going to kill you to wait till you're just around your adult friends to do the stuff you want to do. It's not. And many parents don't think about that. They don't pause and say, you know what? That makes sense. I mean, I'm trying to teach my children how not to fight each other, but here I am fighting their father or their father's fighting me or whatever. So these are things we have to think about. Anyway, you guys, thank you for watching, and I will get back to you guys later on with a new video, hopefully today. Thank you. Bye.